Good evening, friends. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're ready for us to complete more crowns. We are finally on the last crown per champion, which also means that I am no longer doing the same couple champions repeatedly. That said, where are we starting tonight? We already did Eka. What was the other one that we had done? So we've done two of these. It was Tethys, I think. Yeah, we did Tethys as well. Okay. Let us do... I think let's start with Talos, which gives us Talos Stygian. Okay, so Talos, I think I'm okay with the Foregone Power instead of the Frozen Lance. Neither's particularly great, but we'll go Foregone Power. Feels like it's been so long since I last played Banished. So you'd be saving your favorite champ for last or the most hated for last? I don't actually know. I'm gonna try not to leave like Penumbra for last, but I don't know. I haven't really planned it out. I only got so far as wanting to make sure that I had one of each champion left at the end. So Winged Spirit is underwhelming. Nameless Siren is good. Cuddle Hex is whatever. Rising Rage is good. Well, I'm pretty sure we're taking Wing Steel, but Rules of Containment is real solid. Again, not quite as good as Monster Train 1, but still, just the amount of things that it can kill for us is rather helpful. But I'm still going to take Wing Steel. And then I'm going to take a moment to make decisions. I think we might go Enchantress here. I mean, in general, I tend towards playing Enchantress just because it's very satisfying seeing the stats go up. Killing Invasion is solid. Yeah, like, Rules of Containment taken care of most of the invasions. It doesn't take care of the Corruption one completely, but it's pretty good. Wing Steel is still solid in Monster Train 2. Oh yeah, for sure. If we're doing anything Incant related, getting the extra drop return is so good. Anyways, the shift melee weakness is very strong, especially with how high the attack on the Name of Sirens can go, and the fact that we have Rising Rage, which gives us more shift options. Like, all of that's real good. I like Celestial Radiance more because it gets bonkers later on with a good turn. Yeah, I mean, the amount of melee weakness that you can generate is ridiculous. Like, even with only moderate shifting, it's pretty doable to get like 18 melee weakness on the entire floor. It's good. That said, I think we're going to go Enchantress. I do think Celestial Radiance is probably the stronger option for us here. But, meh, whatever. And yeah, Mark Invasion is exactly the sort of reason that we would have wanted Rules of Containment. Oh well, so be it. Okay, I was gonna complain about this, but luckily I do get to discard this at the same time. Okay. I am still taking a little bit of pyro damage, whatever. And the frostbite I apply doesn't do anything, but that's okay. Right. Celestial Radiance with Imprisoned Zephyr and quick units is just silly. Yeah. There's a lot of good things you can do with it. I think we might do Winged Spirit right now. Because right now I get the heal on both of these guys, and I think that's good enough. I'm sorry, I did do this in the wrong ordering. I was going to try to move the Spear Steward up there, but I can't actually do that. I have to just accept this ordering. Because if I try to do it the other way, then the Spear Steward ends up just dying. Yeah, unhelpful. This is the problem of Winged Steel. Oh well. Anyways, we get the Collector. We have a pretty good floor for dealing with the boss. Overall, we're not in terrible shape. Okay, I guess we'll do it like that. And the most important units get the Enchantress buff? Yes. I mean, not all of them are going to survive, but yeah. God, every time. And I could fly Talos up front to get the Valor. But I think we won't. It's the Siren mostly. I mean, yes, the Siren is the only one I truly care about. But it's nice for the stewards to get it as well. Okay, unfortunately it does waste a bunch of sap, but I, unsurprisingly, don't really care. We do have more than enough power up here, since mostly we just need to block for the Siren regardless. But yeah, a whole host of units gets the Celebrate buff. I mean, Warbler's fine. I lean towards the Self-Sacrifice. Just because, like, I mean, more shifting is not bad, although it might not really be relevant to our deck. But also just damage shields are good, turns out. And while I do like Warbler, having to hunt through your deck for it can be annoying. So we're just gonna do this. Okay, I'll take the Guardian's Amulet. I think we want to go Merchant of Magic here, mostly looking to set up the Rising Rage or get Remove Consume on Self-Sacrifice. Like, yes, I'd like the Merchant of Steel, but we get another Merchant of Steel right here. Fledgling would be so nice here. You mean Demonic Fledgling? I mean, it would be fine. It's a good unit regardless. I'm pretty happy with just buffing the Siren in general, though. But, yeah, I think we're going here. And then we go for Merchant of Steel next, and then we dupe here. I'm pretty solid with that. Okay. Yeah, I would like Intrinsic, but I can't really re-roll, so we're just going to start with Rising Rage Spell Chain, and we'll do the Remove Consume there, and we'll -2 that, so it's also free to play. Especially since, like, free spells are extra good for us with Winged Steel. Also, I should have looked at this first, that's fine. We're taking the Siren. Because my goal is just get multiple Sirens and, you know, play them all together and have a good encamp floor. That said, if we do hit multi-strike, we're probably giving it to the Nameless Siren. The main benefit of Siren at the Sea is that it does scale defense as well as offense, but if we are already giving a bunch of HP with Talos over the course of the run, that matters a lot less for us. It's still good and still important, but it does matter a lot less. Okay, we'll put you there. It's unlikely that you survive the fight. I'm not too worried about that. Okay, that's fine. And then I think we probably want to move the Shield Steward up. Like, it would be nice to get the Spear Steward too, but... Okay, so here's what we're going to do. And then... Well, don't care about you, Cuddle Hex. Yeah, we'll move you up front, give the damage shield. The Flagellants are going to be hitting for a lot. That is the problem with this plan, but we'll see what we can do. If we can get enough Valor built up, it'll help a lot. Unfortunately, we don't build up Valor very well at all, but, you know, we're working on it. Okay. Well, we're gonna sacrifice you, and then lower your attack a little bit, though it doesn't really help us. It's still good to play the spells on this floor, though, because we want the incants. Unfortunately, all of our other units are dying, but hey. God damn it. Every time. Okay. I just figured it was worth doing that. We also could have just moved the boss up to top floor, which also would have been okay. It would have separated him from his spearmen, which I don't hate. Could also move the Siren up front, which I think is probably worth it. I mean, it really just depends on how much do I care about saving the Shield Steward. Also, what are we drawing next turn? Yeah, that's fine. We'll do it this way. Because we'll still have one damage shield for next turn. We have decent stats. And yeah, unsurprisingly, we're good here. Well, I got greedy, should have just not played out things, and I wouldn't have had to take the damage from that. Not a big deal, it just feels bad every time that I take the Vengeful Shard damage right at the end of the turn for my own hubris. Yeah. Anyways, overall, that's pretty good, and the Merchant of Magic did some good stuff for us. Especially if we hit Intrinsic for this, that is what we really want. Challenge is okay. I don't love it, but it's fine. Like, it's not a bad card. And it does speed up the Dominion during the Titan fight. And legitimately, at this point, I don't have that many good cards in my deck. It's probably fine taking Challenge. Yeah, I'll take it. Absolutely taking Offering Token, without question. And then we go here. Okay. I don't... So how many times could I dupe? So I can dupe 3 times. Having a chonky shark is tempting. Yeah, I don't think that's really necessary for our needs, though. I think we're just taking another Nameless Siren here. Yeah, we'll do that. And this is not my favorite, but I think we're just doing Dualism in Cant Armor. Like, I would obviously love to get, like, you know, Multi-Strike, but I don't have enough to reroll for it. That's fine. Also, there's a possibility that we get an event upgrade here, and so if I have it filled up, then it is even better. Though the Savage Shackles is awkward with how many units I want to play. I mean, do I actually even want this? Savage skin? You mean the Titan skin? Yeah. I had considered it. And if anything, it's going on the Nameless Siren. Because we're going to be trying to have the Nameless Siren up front, since that is the one that is getting Incant Armor. But it was unclear whether I actually want to take this upgrade. And if I do, whether I want the Titan skin or this. And Dualism affected too. So, Dualism wouldn't affect the Titan skin, because it's not a buff, it's a status. Which is to say it's yellow, not green. But it would affect the Savage Heart for the Rage bonus. Just like we did last night on the Titan Sentry. The Rage, the Endless Rage, fuming. I mean, it would be appealing. It might be what we're doing. I just don't really want to deal with the Savage Shackles, but we can probably get by, because if I take Ember here, then we go to 6 Deployment Ember. We have to waste 1 of them on this. We still have 5 to play out. Does make it hard to play 6 Sirens in the long game, but that's fine. It's doable. I think this is definitely worth it. The question being just, do we want the Titan skin or the Rage? I think we want the Rage, even though I am going to dupe 1 of the Sirens after after this fight, so won't get too much value out of it. But that's fine. Crazy 6 Siren, yeah. I mean, it's good. They're great together. Fish for sketches to solve some problems. Yeah, I mean, that or extra Deployment Ember, though we'd need either Smidgestone or we need Steward's Quarters for extra capacity. Yeah, you can just have some HP, I guess. That's fine. But, either way. Or also, Sinner Salve could also help. Regardless. So we do want to play it out like that in case we get the Rising Rage. Yeah, it unfortunately means that she's not getting affected right now, but that's okay. Yeah, alright, fine. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't using up all of my Ember in case I needed to play the Rising Rage. Also, this is Siphon Archeon, which is always terrifying. Come on. God damn. Okay, we're gonna do that so he survives. It doesn't really matter. I doubt we're going to have the Steward survive at this point. And also, I'm getting to a point where I don't have enough Deployment Ember to play them, so it just doesn't matter a whole ton. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong order. Actually, no, that's fine. Okay, we sacrifice him, but it does freeze one of these. Nice bottom decking. Yeah, it wasn't great. Didn't love it. This is why we want Intrinsic. And, you know, one of the reasons that I went to that Merchant of Magic earlier. But, hey. Unfortunately, can't play the Inspire, but would have loved that in a different ordering, so I could have held on to the damage shields for Archeon later, but whatever, fine. Intrinsic hates this run. I mean, we've only been to one Merchant of Magic, but yeah, I mean, I getcha. Okay, that works out decently. And being on top floor, Archeon does have a bit of time for his rage to wear off, which makes a big difference. It's still pretty high, but we also do tons of damage. Okay, yep, we're totally fine. Everything's good. Ah, well, so be it. Alright. Alright, she takes one more hit, and then she bops him real good. And we're in great shape. Harness the Titan is bad. Eagleheart is real good, and we're probably taking that. The main man Siren, it's true. I mean, Gifts for Guard is also pretty solid for us. Actually, maybe I'm taking Gifts for Guard, just because it is a lot worse with the foregone powers, but we'll try to remove those anyways. Yeah, I think this is fine. We will skip those, and then we're taking Ember for now, and we want to take Draw later. We're definitely going here, for a variety of reasons. Holdover. I could do Gifts for Guard. I think that's excessive, though. We're definitely going to do Offering Token, just because that's very good. Yep. We'll just take Enchantress. That's fine. Right. Offering Token. I would love to reroll. Sadly cannot. So. I guess I'm going to do this. It's excessive, and I should just use that gold on removing things instead. I didn't. Oh, well. That's fine. So, you already got 44 Rage. So an extra 88 attack. Not bad. And we just go ahead and dupe you, and that's fine. Again, I unfortunately don't have Intrinsic. So that's a bit awkward. Also, we are up against Corrin, which is not great. But, fine. Okay, you have more HP, and so we'll send you out for now, I guess. Although I suppose that doesn't really matter. Okay, whatever. Anyways, we're doing that. We really would like to hit Rising Rage. The offering token certainly helps. And I do appreciate that the sap prevents them from even attacking. Kind of. The problem is it does prevent us from getting the rage, but mostly it's fine. Alright, here we go. We just set up top floor. We live a life of wonder and plentitude. Kale Fight's going to be a bit awkward. I guess stacking top floor is out of the question. It's not, because it's damage shield Kale. The others would be a lot worse for us. But still sort of doable. But Kale is manageable as is, even if a bit awkward. Whatever. We'll just sacrifice those. Play at the foregone power. That's fine. I could have moved one of these guys top floor, but then they would have been in front, and I didn't really want them to be in front, so we didn't. And that's fine. Again, it doesn't really matter to save our other units since, like, we're not going to have space or Ember to play out the anything, frankly. We just need to buff the Sirens. Okay, I could move Corrin up to kill everything, which is really cute. I think we're not going to, because I think I do greedily want to take all these hits. It is a bit much, though. And, like, I could just sap the shit out of them, which might be appropriate. Okay, I think what we're going to do is we're going to separate them a little bit. Okay, well, they're not getting to attack, which is a bit of a shame, but whatever. It is nice to hold on to the armor and just make sure that I'm not totally dying. Yeah, this is why I was afraid. Okay, you do survive. That's all I care about. I did definitely greed too much. It works out, though. Like, yeah, the Cuddle Hex dies this way, and I could have saved it. Doesn't matter. It's fine. We got some extra procs of the Revenge trigger. We did what we needed to do. Yada, yada, yada. We're fine. I'm going to say right now we're taking Sanctuary. And we'll take Frenzied Swarm, even though I'm taking a bunch of calcified numbers. Okay. I'm pretty sure we want to go for the Merchant of Magic. getting a holdover on the Frenzy Swarm would be good. Getting Spell Chain for the Offering Token, remove Consume for the Sanctuary, Intrinsic for the Rising Rage. All of those are very good for us. So, that's what we're doing. Okay. It doesn't really matter. And yes, I'm aware that the holdover Frenzied Swarm does prevent us from building more Rage. Doesn't matter. It's still just great in general. Also, I've already got 92 Rage, which is plenty. And I don't have to use it all the time if I don't want to. Okay. Would love to reroll, can't really reroll. And of course, we don't just have, like, the basic... we don't have the basic -1 here, sadly. Well, we're gonna get rid of some of these. I have way too many random discards, which I can't use if I'm using the Frenzied Swarm. Okay, so you have 44, you have 92, so you take the lead. Who cares? Enjoy. Oh, so ordering, you go out, then you fly. Sure, I guess. Alright. Yeah, we'll do the Sanctuary for later, in case we need to move one of those guys up front during, like, the boss. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get rid of that. And it did freeze the Frenzy Swarm. I guess it froze both of them because I didn't remember that I had both Cuddle Hexes, but so be it. Okay, so I can move both of these up. Sadly, can't get the Calcified Ember. We are going to do this so we can daze the Collector and stop her from leaving. That is why we're doing this. Okay. That is secure. I guess we start with this so we know what we've got for the turn. Don't need the weakness. We'll just take the Valor. Even though the Valor barely matters because I'm generating so little Valor, and I'm already generating armor from the Incant that it's not really, like, doing anything to protect me. Technically, it's a little bit of extra HP, or extra attack, but realistically, it hardly matters. We will daze there. I know I could and maybe should be doing a top floor, but we're going to keep trying to give it the rage. Yesterday I played Awoken Lazarus. He's Woken for attacking, Lazarus for tanking. Very strange. I mean, that's not too weird. Like, I certainly don't want to use Awoken for tanking for the most part, since their tanking methods are pretty bad. Okay, whatever, we'll just do that and give them a whole bunch of sap and a little bit of daze. Lazarus is great at face tanking. They definitely are. Okay. Now, do I want to start using the Frenzied Swarm? That's a solid maybe. I don't think I need you. Like, I should rip through Quoto pretty hard and fast. I didn't expect 9-Live Nightmare to be so good at tanking. With Dualism, it's great. I mean, it's a good unit. It's a bit of an awkward unit, but I think it's really cool. It's a great example of what I want out of rare units in Monster Train. In that it is a unit that doesn't really do anything on its own. Yeah, I guess I'll only do this. And it, like, really does require you to build around it to be meaningful. And I think that's cool. And there's a lot of good ways you can utilize it. You can just utilize it for straight tanking. You can make it into a self-unstable target. You can do all sorts of things, yada, yada, yada. I think it's a very cool unit. And like I said, it's what I want out of a rare unit, rather than just like a big block of stats that is applicable on every run. I like the rare units being something you can build around. Cat is great, slap Endless or Dualism on it and can solo God. Yeah, I mean, it works really well with like the unstable focus of the clan. It works really well as just like reanimate focus. It works well with the spikes focus in the clan. It works well with a variety of things that other clans are doing. It's just cool. I think it's a great unit. Benediction is very good. Obviously, it's expensive, but it is very good. A little unnecessary in a world where we're mostly going to be dazing everything we fear. Shield of Wing, also good, but again, doesn't actually do anything if we're dazing everything. So I think we're just going to take Benediction here and maybe try to use it. I'll take the Guardian's Amulet. Why not? Yeah, about the spikes, also good with Fragile Body with 100 spikes. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's definitely one of the things I had in mind. We're going here for the dupe. Also, maybe we get something cool. Maybe like Founding Seal. Well, we don't have any equipment. I don't really care about Captain's Halo. Titan's Claw is technically refreezing things. Not really. It doesn't matter. Yeah, Sigil Seaweed is pretty solid for us. I am going to take a bunch of damage from the Amalgams, kind of. I can get around it with a Frenzied Swarm to a degree. But overall, still kind of a problem. I'm pretty sure I'm still doing this, right? Because this brings me up to 5 Sirens, which does mean that I won't be able to play one of them during deployment. Unless we get Smidgestone. And I think that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I could maybe set up mid-floor on this, but I'm pretty sure we're just going to set up top floor. It's a little awkward for us for sure, but... Okay, so... Okay, so we set up like that. And I could play the other Siren, I just can't play it on the right floor. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to ignore it and play out the Shield Steward for now. I didn't actually want to do it quite like that. Yeah, not what I hoped to draw. Oh well, that's fine. And then you will join up here. And we do a lot of damage right off the bat. Also, the Sigil Seaweed does make the Cherub situation a lot less bad for us. Fuck me, I still can't play you out. Well... Oh, but you did get frozen, which is cute. It's only helpful if we draw what we need to draw, though. Unhelpful. She's getting very low on health, and I would like her not to die. Okay. So... Yeah, we'll do it like this. We'll hold on to the Friend's Aid Swarm. Oh, you are going to hit my Pyre. Well, that is an issue. Well, I guess I'm taking Pyre damage. Yeah, unfortunately, I actually take a lot of Pyre damage because they get the damage shields from Kale. So I have to knock off one first. Which, we knew this was a possibility. That's fine. Even if it wasn't the ideal by any means. I'm really trying to get the Siren of the Sea on this floor, and it's not easy. Okay, but... Oh, yeah. I didn't want to waste the spell chain like that. We have too many frozen cards in hand. It's a little bit of an issue. Okay, so let's play that, then let's do this. Get rid of that so I can then play you much more easily. And we already got the Wing Steel, so we're definitely not going to draw what I want to draw, which is fine. We then do the Frenzied Swarm so that we can discard the other Guardian's Amulet, so then I can deal with the Sniper. Yeah, I also might be able to move Kale to a different spot and manage things. I don't know. We're not going to worry about it. It's fine. I don't get the Revenge Rage this turn, but that's okay. I take a lot less Pyre damage thanks to all the sap. And then we should get a Rising Rage finally, which does help us out a good deal. Yeah, so we at least stop him from doing the buff, since his is a resolve trigger. Okay, he's gonna end up with a bunch of damage shields, kind of. They don't give the damage shields currently because they're muted, but... I mean, I do want the Benediction, but maybe I want the Frenzied Swarm more. Alright, we're gonna greed doing it this way and let the Frenzied Swarm go. I probably shouldn't. Kale doesn't hurt a ton, but he does hurt a decent amount. Sure, we'll do that. Gifts of Regard also could have been nice. I also could have just not let that happen, but here we are. How does Dualism interact with the Rage Stone? You mean the Perma Rage? It does give 2 Perma Rage on hit, or at least it should. Okay, we'll just leave it like that. I have enough armor that everything's fine. We're all good. So only 2 times once? I don't know what you mean by that. Every time they get hit, they get 2 times rage. Like, they get 2 rage. Permanently 2 rage every time. Harness the Titan's bad. I mean, especially since I have no spells that can benefit from magic power, but even if I did, it's bad. At least it's 10 magic power now instead of 5. Spike the Stygian is inconsequential. Siren Song is cute, but not really necessary. Was thinking the accumulated rage would get doubled? No, because it's... Like, if what you're thinking is that, like, when it gets played out, the rage then gets doubled. No, that's not how it works. If it were templated differently, maybe, but regardless, it's getting doubled on the revenge trigger. That's what's happening. Anyways, we're skipping these. And then we're taking draw. Okay. So I still haven't hit Intrinsic. But also this is my last chance at a Merchant of Steel. I'm pretty okay with just going here, I think. Also, the removals are pretty appealing for me. Though Merchant of Magic is nice, it would help me minus cost things, maybe. It would let me put remove consume on, like, Sanctuary. I don't really need that, though, in a world where I've got Frenzied Swarm. Like, we should be fine. We're just gonna go here, look for Smidge Stone and or Multi-Strike. Also, the extra HP doesn't hurt. Sure. Ah. Well. Well. Okay, that's fine. I don't think I'm gonna bother buying the Dualism. Also, I should probably go with Battle Cleric here, just because getting the extra stats at this point is somewhat inconsequential. It's still okay. Like, it's not bad. It's just there's not a lot of time for them to really take effect. Right, let's get rid of you, I guess. And call that good. Rax is scary, but shouldn't really matter. Okay, gotta agree with that. And then, so 136, 174, and then 52. So you are the exciting one. And then Talos goes there. Yeah, and it is the Scourge Douche, which is going to get annoying real quickly, but whatever. Okay, I can at least mitigate it with the Frenzied Swarm. Okay, and then in an ideal world, we are going to be able to get the Siren of the Sea up here as well. Let's see what happens. Okay. Okay, we're just going to Daze here because that is where they are actually generating Scourges from, and I would very much like them not to generate Scourges. There it is. Okay. Well, I'll do like that so they don't generate the Scourge and so that the Collector doesn't flee. We are getting some corruption build up on the frontliner here. Oh well, I think we'll be okay, probably. It does cut into our damage shields, unfortunately, but whatever. Alright, well, eventually we'll kill that Collector, maybe. Okay, so, we can get you on the raid floor now. I can't really play out most of the things just because of the Ember cost, but whatever, fine. I do have way too many high cost spells. Disregard potentially mitigates that problem later, but oh well. Boss can kill the Collector while ascending. I was considering that. Should have ascended the Collector instead. No, I mean, I thought about it, but either we'll get it when they ascend, or we'll eventually get the another ascend option. But like right now. Problem is, I don't know if I have enough attacks for that. Oh, you have multi-strike. I'm like, how do I have enough attacks as is? Yeah, can't really manage that. I don't really want to sap all these guys, though. I mean, I'm going to sap all these guys, I guess, but... And yes, I'm missing out on a lot of incants by not doing the sap up there, but I'm trying to build up my rage for, like, the last battle that I can. No, you are surviving. But you're going to have a bunch of sap on you, so it doesn't matter a ton. I am going to get a Scourge card. Oh well, so be it. Fine. Sometimes you get a Scourge card and you manage to deal with it. We are going to bully Rax, which is always nice. I could even just Rising Rage him. Don't think I really want to. And then we're going to do that, and he's not going to get his multi-strike gain trigger, which he also didn't get on the first floor because it was muted. And he kills the Collector for us. How kind, how daring, how dashing even. And then we're just going to leave things as is because nothing dies and we get a few more hits on the Siren. So why not? And then we just kind of beat him to death. Don't really care about Demonize. The melee weakness is fine, but it's another expensive spell that I can't afford. Who cares? I will take the Titan's Tooth, I guess. It's a bit unnecessary at this point, but it's okay for us. So I actually don't need the dupe here. Because I'm already running into problems playing out all the Sirens. That said, I could dupe like the Offering Token, which is not bad. And the removals are certainly okay. Or I can go here and I can look for Intrinsic and other things. I actually probably want that. Yeah, I guess I'm actually gonna do this. Sure, maybe. That doesn't really help us all that much. It would have maybe helped if I had gone here and could look at rooms, but... okay. Double stack is good enough on that for our needs. Could do holdover Gifts for a Guard, but that's somewhat excessive. It wouldn't be bad if I had more things with Remove Consume on them, though. Could do the Benediction, which honestly I might. Although I'd basically be abandoning Gifts for a Guard at that point, which is sort of okay. I can also just do the Guardian's Amulet, which is not terrible. Or the Titan's Tooth. Because anything that is offering on it, once I'm using the Frenzied Swarm or the Offering Token, I can just play out every time. Which is, you know, pretty good. I think I just do that, then. Okay, well I did want the Intrinsic. Unfortunately, I really wanted to remove Consume, but fine. I don't know. None of this really matters to me. I will do Spell Chain here, because that is actually vaguely useful for me. I don't know. We'll skip here. Martyr Signet is kind of cute. even though it's so late. But, you know, I've spent so much time just building up stats on my dudes, it would be a little cute to get a little bit more stats for free. But, we're going to reroll, I guess. I don't have any equipment. Again, if I'd gone to the left, that would matter. Like, we got so many equipment focused things. Does not help. Does not help. I guess we're going to get rid of the foregone power, because there's just no way I'm ever playing it, basically. Whereas everything else I can at least sort of make an argument for. Okay, so. And yes, the extra deployment ember would be sort of vaguely helpful, but not the most important. So, the question is, do I want to set up top floor, or do I want to set up on mid? And I think top floor is fine. Oh, whoops, wrong ordering. Because what we want is, we want you, and then we just sacrifice one of the stewards. I'm sad that we didn't get Smidge Stone like I'd hoped, but whatever. Yeah, this is why we don't like using gifts for the guard all the time. Because it just kind of fucked my offering token, but whatever, fine. The main thing is it got me to survive the melee weakness, which was the big thing. And I do a lot of damage to Seraph, just not enough to kill him on the single turn. Oh, and they have Mute 1. I keep forgetting that they have Mute 1. So I don't actually need to worry about dazing them on bottom floor, which is nice. Alright, whatever. We'll sacrifice the Cuddle Hex. And because we double stacked the Frenzied Swarm, they're now dazed on this floor as well, which is nice. It doesn't mean we're not going to build our Rage anymore, but I'll tell you right now, my concern is inconsequentially low. Okay, we just daze those fuckers, which also means we never take the amalgam damage. Because they are muted on floor 1, and then they're dazed on floor 2 and 3. Turns out, pretty decent. I am sad that our offering token got hit, but realistically, it is not a big concern. Come on. Whoops, I'm sorry. Wrong floor. I got carried away. Meant to do the Frenzied Swarm on mid floor. There we go. It's not a huge deal, but it does matter because otherwise I do take the amalgam damage and yada yada yada. And it just causes problems if I don't do it in the right ordering. Sure, we'll do that. Yeah, turns out Frenzied Swarm is good. Also turns out a floor of a bunch of Sirens is very strong. God damn it, I keep doing that where I play it on the wrong floor. I just get carried away. And ideally, I would be playing them on the same floor so that I could benefit from the incanting. But, you know, that's not a big deal right now. Especially since my Sirens just come with so much baked-in power already. Oh, we do even less damage to you now. Whatever, that's fine. Oh, because you only got hit by the Frostbite. That's why you only took 15. I knew that didn't make sense to me. Because anyone hits harder than Talos does. I don't really want to make all these things consume. That's fine. Again, I was kind of betting on seeing more remove consume things when I did... when I took the Disregard. Like, it's not a big deal, but it is a little sad. Also, it didn't matter moving him up there. I didn't actually get to attack him. Should have just not... Okay, goodbye, Steward. I'm sorry that you will live a life of grief. Okay, don't really need to do all this, but here we are. And then we pretty easily murder the boss. Ta-da! And we have basically gotten the Celebrate proc on every unit every time. Or at least all the Sirens. The Siren of the Sea we didn't pick up until the second ring, but because I guess one of the nameless Sirens we got from a draft as well. But for the most part, they've been with us the whole time. Regardless, here we are. We are going to take some Pyre damage, but for the most part, we'll be in real good shape for this. Okay. So let's do you. AD fire damage fight incoming. No one left behind, that's a blatant lie. How dare you. We'd have had a couple deaths here and there, but not too many. Sadly I can't play out the Cuddle Hex yet. Oh, definitely not the order I meant for here. Poor stewards. Yeah, well, they deserve it, I guess. Well, and there's the Cuddle Hex that I wanted. Alas. Can't play out the Shield Steward, and I can't daze Entropy, because why would you be able to daze Entropy? It is still bizarre to me that you can't. It's just a weird, arbitrary restriction. But hey, fine. Okay, well, I can't play out these things. Okay, I'm gonna daze them just because I don't want them to generate Scourge cards for me. Unfortunately, threw that at the wrong ordering. Oh well. For the most part, we're fine. Alright. Entropy is already half dead. Savagery is, you know, not looking so tough either. And you're still dazed for a turn. Okay. I mean, it's not a big deal even if I... like, even if I start taking damage from Savagery. I'd like to avoid it, but... oh well. I think you can't daze because they want to spam with curses, and daze would prevent that. I mean, yes, that's the rationale, but it does seem weird, regardless, that it feels very arbitrary. And if they wanted to do that, and like they could have made it not a resolve trigger. Same with Dominion. They should have made the Pyrelight in particular not a resolve trigger, or just scrapped the idea of the Pyrelight because it's a bad idea. But they could have done it differently so that you could still use the daze for defense while giving you the curses regardless. I just think it's pretty lame that for whatever reason on one fight in the game you can't use a major defensive tool that you should be able to use. Like, I don't know. But it is what it is. Maybe just thematic as in you can't stop Universe Entropy, so no dazing. No, it's really just they want you to deal with the scourges, or the curses, I guess. No, they are scourges. Don't know why I changed my mind. Whatever, we'll take the hit here so we can daze him. My units aren't in danger of dying, neither is my Pyre, but may as well mitigate it somewhat. I pay my 1 Ember per turn tax, because why not? Am I the only one having strange stutters on Twitch? The video stops playing if I don't reload the tab every 5 minutes. Started happening yesterday, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I am not seeing anything on my end. I have seen Twitch to do some things like that before. So it's not unheard of. Yeah, don't know. Yeah, it's having on your end, it's on different streams. Well, I mean both. I'm not seeing it on my end from like my monitoring or like, so I have a preview of how Twitch displays the stream on a different monitor, as well as my own like frame drop monitoring. And so like on the preview, it's not displaying any stuttering either. So that's all I mean. Okay, so you're still dazed for several turns. You are still sapped. Alright, we are going to buff the enemies. Oh well. Okay, then something strange happened on my end. Things, yeah. No worries. I hope it gets resolved. That is very frustrating, especially when you can't diagnose where the actual problem is. Unfortunately, I can't play out Sanctuary because I didn't minus cost this. And I have to pay the 1 Ember tax for Dominion. I mean, I don't have to keep paying at this point, since that's basically resolved. But still. Oh, I meant to play the Inspire, because I had the Ember for that. Whatever. Well, I still gotta kill Entropy, because I do. If I really wanted to be daring, I could Rising Rage some of the enemies out of the way, although I have buffed the shit out of them. So I could do that to make some space. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't think I'm gonna do that. Okay. I should have done that here to prevent your attack. I mean, technically you do survive the attacks, but meh. Meh. Yeah, whatever. We take a little fire damage, who cares? Like, we should win on this coming turn, since, Savagery is here. Okay. Let's prevent you from hurting me. Just for the sake of it. Alright, look at us go. The Pyre carries. I don't know that that's true, Fury. Alright, not a particularly fast run, but a pretty good run. That was a fun one. And again, it's nice to be playing, you know, every champion again, rather than the same, like, 3 that I left myself with at the end. Alright, so we're up to 163 crowns. Still several cards to master, sadly. God, and this keeps throwing me off where I see this number first, and I'm like, is my count wrong? No. Because I have 1 gold crown, and so it records separately. Alright, that said, who are we playing now? Kind of want to do Gilda. Kind of want to do Bolette. Should probably do one of the Monster Train 1 champions. I think we're going to do Bolette, though. And leave Lion's Mane for later. I think we're probably going to do one of each clan and then go back and do the other of each clan. Or just get Penumbra over with. Well, yeah, but I haven't played Under Legion in a while, it feels like, and I want to play Under Legion, so. I didn't even look at what Bolette needs. Umbra, okay. I thought that's what it was, but here we are. Okay. So. Well, we're going to take the Plinks, especially with Bolette being large and Under Legion units being large and Flood Guy taking him space. Like, we don't really have capacity for morsels. Why not get rid of the gold crown? Because I didn't. I don't even remember what it is right now. It's Grail. Yeah, we'll do that later. Whoops. Anyways, here we are. Herzl's Horde, not bad. Entropy is fine. Alloyed Construct is not great for us. Proliferate is good. Space Prism is underwhelming. Like, it's sort of fine. I mean, the Gorge triggering a second time is sort of useful for us right now, just for the Alloyed Construct. That said, we can also propagate its fuel, since fuel is a buff now. We'd have to get at least 1 fuel on it first, and obviously I don't have access to a lot of propagate, but I don't super care. I think we're just going to take Manifold Mirror. Obviously, like, we could see other Gorge units, but I don't know. Like, the chances that I see them are very low, because I am not going to be hunting down Umbra Banners. And the only ones I would really consider taking would be Morsel Maid or Overgorger. And both of those still not good when I am starting this way. Anyways, we're taking Manifold Mirror. Doesn't do anything for me currently, but hey. We're going to take Hive Minder, because that's basically always the correct play with Bolette. Oh, by the way, for those of you who didn't see, they announced the release date for the upcoming Lost Arsenal patch, which I believe was September 10th. so a week from now. Unfortunately, I don't want to play the Shield Steward there, and I can't play it with Bullet, because I need capacity to play the Morsels if I want to use him. Ooh, awesome. Yep, it is something to look forward to. Okay, so if I do both of the Space Prisms here, I could fit Morsels, I guess. Sure, why not? I am going to do the Proliferate here rather than with his fuel. Like, it's maybe the wrong choice, because I might actually need the Alloyed Construct to help me kill the boss, but I also don't care. So I really do want to build up Bullet. God damn you. Just wanted the Blink to hit something we could kill, so we get a Morsel for him. Yeah, it's not great, but I did really want him to get some damage off, and this is how we do it. And then we're fine. I did skip out on a little bit of rallying that I could have done with Bullet, but that's okay. It's fine. Yeah, that's a good set of options. I do like spawning pods. Pretty sure we're taking Infectory. Grow Room is nice, though. And by that, I mean, I typically don't care about Grow Room. Although I will say it has a dramatically more enjoyable picture than Infectory, which has just one of the weirdest, derpiest pictures in the game. Which is a bit of a shame, because I use this card all the time. It just really brings to mind, like, the box art of Candyland for me. Which is fine, I guess, but it's weird. Anyways, but Grow Room is normally pretty inconsequential. But in a world where we have access to damage shields, it's a lot better. Also, it would help with the Alloyed Construct, in that it would help him keep the fuel going. I don't think that really matters to us. I think we're doing Infectory, even though, like, legit Grow Room is maybe a good choice for once. We're going to take Prismal Dust. We just are. And we're going to go here because I don't want an Umbra unit, and also there's decent things we can do here. Unfortunately, I can't hold over anything I care about because they're all consume spells. So surprised you hate Grow Room, but, like, think about it. And what is it doing for you most of the time? Like, you can't propagate Daze. You can propagate Valor, which is almost inconsequential. One extra Valor on your units is very little. You can propagate the Fungis, but if you care about Fungis, like, take the Infectory when they're offered together instead. You generate way more Fungi than you do off of Grow Room. You could propagate Sap, or you could take, like, Mushy Room, which generates more Sap and still leaves you a room slot available on your current floor. Obviously, I know that not all of these are available at the same time, but, like, most things that you can propagate are not going to be that helpful at propagate 1 at end of turn. Like, yes, it's good with reanimate, and it's good with damage shield, and that's mostly it. Like, regen, rage, valor, it's nice, but it's pretty low impact for the opportunity cost of actually taking and playing the room every single fight. Like, I would much rather utilize so many other different rooms, or just spend those resources elsewhere. Like, it's fine, it just doesn't do that much for you. Like, it has a couple good use cases. And also, yes, it's also good with stealth. But again, those are all, like, off-clan things. What does Edge do? Edge triggers whenever you consume a spell on that floor. It's a guaranteed rally for you right here. Yeah, but I could also take Infectory, which is going to get me a lot more rallies. Like, yes, I have to actually be killing things on the floor, but we're going to set up a world where we're going to be killing things on that floor. So it's going to be fine, and it's going to do a lot more work for us than the Grow Room does. Also, it's not even guaranteed, since if the fungi die mid-turn, then we won't have fungi at the end of the turn to propagate with. Whereas Infectory, you can have the fungi die, and then as long as you're killing something afterwards, you'll then recreate the fungi at the end of the turn. It's overall just a much more useful room. Like, yeah, there is some value from the Grow Room in this specific instance where I could have made damage shields, but A, we didn't know we had damage shields available at the time because we didn't have the Prismal Dust yet, and B, who cares? Could be interesting bottom floor with Sigil Seaweed too, but good luck getting both at the same time. Yeah, but I mean, yes. But that's one specific clan combo and one specific artifact, and that artifact is already good despite Grow Room. Anyways, unit-wise, what do we care about? I'm pretty sure we're taking Moral Mistress. It's not great for us currently, although, like, I do have 5 consume cards. But yeah, pretty sure we're taking Moral Mistress. Squad Leader is fairly underwhelming, and Moral Mistress gives us some support. And then it's really just, do I take the double stack here, which is good, or do I reroll looking for Remove Consume or Spell Chain? Because it could also hit Permafrost, and it could hit Intrinsic, and I don't really care about either of those. I mean, the Intrinsic is okay, but it's not really what I want. Okay. I am hesitating because I am. Alright, let's reroll, I guess. Okay, I'll take the Spell Chain. And you are now a Consume card. Yeah, I'm not gonna buff the Plink. I don't care that much. If it were the Consume magic power upgrade, yeah, I would take that, but it's not, so. Bullet, you, and then we can't play with the other Shield Steward, unfortunately. Okay, so that is gonna kill all of them. Unfortunately, we don't have the Infectory yet. Would you take a Morsel Maker for Bullet if it comes up? Probably not. I wouldn't hate it if I had capacity for it, but I'd much rather just, like, run the Moral Mistress and the like instead. I would like to get rid of the Calcified Ember, but I think doing the Plink is just too good for us. Even though he's not on the right floor, but that's fine. And again, unfortunately, don't have the Infectory yet. That would have been a real good pickup for us. But we have managed to really totally bottom deck the shit out of that. Oh, whoops. Wrong ordering slightly. It's a very powerful mechanic, so given a chance, you should build into it. I mean, not necessarily should, but we have a decent start for it, and... like, yeah, Moral Mistress is very good if you can utilize her. Like, I've seen a lot of people hate on Moral Mistress, but I think they are really underestimating the power that she can bring. Yeah, sadly, would have loved to have played out the Prismal Dust first so I could get the damage shields, but I didn't know if I was going to draw back into that. Unfortunately, didn't get the Infectory until the very end here. God. Yeah, there's no point in playing the Infectory now. Okay, he at least gets a good chunk of damage. Unfortunately, then runs out of fuel. And then... we're gonna try this. Okay, that is enough. I do miss out on a little bit of rallying, but that's fine. I think it's good to get rid of the Calcified Ember. So many missed rally. Yeah, it feels really bad that I didn't draw the Infectory at the right time. Pox is bad. Proliferate is not. I will take another Prismal Dust, though I'm building up more Calcified Embers. I just wouldn't have my way to get rid of them. Merchant of Arms is decent. It would be able to make my Infectory deployable, which I would like. We could maybe hit Lone Coat, which is very good. There's also some other things like Void Armaments, which would be okay. I'm still pretty sure I'm going here, though. Also, I do need to remember I have Herzl's Horde, so I have plenty of Deployment Ember. But going here, getting Smidgestone, Dualism, getting a Spore Launcher, yada yada. Like, there's a lot of good options for us. Although I don't have a ton of money. Do I give a shit about Cluster Kernel? I do ask myself that each and every day. I think we probably do want to take it. God, I really don't love taking it, but I think it would be nice for the rallies for the time being, so we'll take it. Okay, well, Dualism and Damage Shields it is. Hello, Tiny. Okay. I mean, that is pretty good. And probably worth doing. Yeah, we'll do that, I guess. I don't love the crystal, of course, but that's fine. I don't really care about Pyre Hunter. The problem is, I do really want to play out the Moral Mistress here because she does kill things, but also I would like the spawn. So I think we're going to take this spawn and see what we can do. The problem is that most of my consume cards I want to be playing on Bolet's floor. But hey. Okay, I'm gonna greedily wait on this, and then unfortunately I can't play with the Spear Steward. I'm not doing a very good job of rallying yet, unfortunately. And I'm sadly not getting rid of the Calcified Ember. Oh well. Nor do I have any consume cards for the Moral Mistress this turn. Although, to be fair, when I really want them is here. Okay, well, not exactly what I wanted, but fine. Also, I'm still mad that I haven't gone to use the Infectory at all. Yeah, we'll do that, I guess. And I would really love to get rid of some of the Calcified Embers. Oh well, at least the Cluster Kernel is doing some rallying for us. And we're going to do the Infectory. It's not really going to do most of what we want it to, but that's fine. It's also actively sort of bad for him, because it means that I can't feed him morsels, really. But, you know. We do end up in a situation where we can. Either we actually just have the kill, because she's just that good. I mean, she's got a bunch of damage shields, and he has a bunch of decay on him, and that is success right there. Ta-da! Don't give a shit about Wretch. Shroud Spike is of questionable viability for me. Don't think we're taking it. It would be cute in a world where we get Commemorative Spike, but the chance that we hit Commemorative Spike is low and largely inconsequential, so we're not going to worry about that. I'm not going to take the Morsel Maker. I could take the Morsel Maker for the Alloyed Construct, but again, it's not really what I want to be doing long term. And also, the Infectory with the Manifold Mirror does kind of fuck up that plan, because we're always going to be generating, like, whenever units die on the floor, which the whole point of the Alloyed Construct would be to kill units. Whenever units are dying on the floor, they would create fungi, and then the fungi would be in front to eat the morsels instead. And the only way around that, other than, I mean, like, there are some ways around that, like playing out a second room on that floor, or using some way to reposition the units, but I don't really want to invest in a second room just to make that work. And we already whiffed on getting Glow Up, which is the only movement card in this claim combo. So, don't care about the squad leader, not taking that, yada yada yada. We will take capacity. Draw is also very good for us, but I want the capacity at the moment. And I'm pretty sure I want this. Okay, now we have choices. I think we want remove consume on the spell chain proliferate. Yeah, pretty sure that's what we want. We are going to -2 that just for the sake of it. Gonna skip those because why would we ever want them? We'll take the Slay Propagate, even though it means that we're not getting the HP. Oh well. I still would like to get it now. Anyways, we did this so that I could get the consume on the Plink. And then Kind of want Intrinsic on the Prismal Dust. I could just take -1 on it, and that's also not bad. But we'll do this, I guess. I don't know. Unfortunately, don't have holdover, whatever, yada 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 yada. It's fine. Also, I would like to remove a bunch of cards from the deck. So be it. Do I want to set up on bottom floor? Kind of. I think yes. Okay, yeah, whatever. And like, we could have taken the Morse Maker, who cares, that's fine. Unfortunately, you got the Corruption, which I was more or less trying to avoid. But hey. Had to run with 6 Dualism, Smidge Stone, Moral Mistresses on 1 floor, it was glorious. Yeah, I've done that. It's real good. Okay, we're gonna do that. Actually, I'm sorry, we're not doing it that way. We are definitely playing this, and we're putting the damage shields on Bullet. Unfortunately, we don't quite do the things we want. I did forget that I actually wanted Bullet in front for the Slays. Oh well. I did kind of mess that up. It's fine. It's fine. Sadly, can't play with the Calcified Ember. Oh well. Yes, give me those delicious, delicious rallies. Make my monster grow. Honestly, we'll just feed the morsel to you, because who gives a shit about the allied construct? Okay, there we go. And never mind. Oh, I still could have done it, actually. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this works if I do this. I forgot that they don't actually have any decay on them, because I was thinking that the Proliferate was consumed, but it's not, because that's the one that we did remove consume on. But anyway, so if we just play that even for 0, then we are still generating 16 decay, which kills the backliners, and it helps kill Kel, and then we're good. Ta-da! Okay. Not perfect, but definitely better and better. I do like Dig Deep, even though it's more goddamn Calcified Embers. Technically, there's a world where maybe I could take Pox if I'm generating enough damage shields. I don't think I want to take Pox. It's just not a great card. It's just not great. Yeah, I'll take the Dig Deep. I don't really want more Calcified Embers, but it is what it is. Gem Trove is not bad. Kind of. I'm gonna skip it regardless. I think we're going to the right, both so I can make the Infectory deployable, and so I can dupe either the Moral Mistress or, like, the Proliferate. I think probably the Proliferate. Could also do the Prismal Dust. Like, triple stack Prismal Dust is pretty good. But I think we're doing this. Mushy Room is fine. It's not bad. Hall of Mirrors is cute, but not really something I can utilize right now. I might want the Mushy Room. It just also mostly doesn't matter. I could take Bloodthirsty Blade for Bullet. I don't think that matters a ton to me, though. God, I have 4 Calcified Embers. And I don't have the Ember upgrade, so it's harder for me to get rid of them. I don't really need Bloodthirsty Blade, but it is nice. It helps me get the slays a little easier, but it's not really what we want. And I don't think I super care about Mushy Room. It's not bad, don't get me wrong. Nonetheless, I don't think we're taking it. I mean, Spell Sanctum is okay, but not really what we want. We'll just make that deployable, and then maybe start removing cards and see what this is all about. Yeah, I don't really need these. We'll skip on them. And then I think we're doing the Proliferate. Is that just reasonably good for me? Okay. So I admittedly kind of just want to get rid of the Calcified Embers. We're not going to do that, though. Okay, that's good enough for now. Yeah, Sap guy's annoying. Oh, well. Doesn't actually matter what floor I play that on. Okay, let's set up mid-floor. Probably because this gives me time to kill the Prayer Stone. I do kind of want to get rid of the Calcified Ember, but I think this is just too good for me. It builds up a bit of the Fungites, which is useful for me. Especially because then Bullet is able to keep them alive. That's really bad. Yeah, that's pretty catastrophic. I mean, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to have higher attack. It's still not good for me, let's be very clear, but not as bad as it could be, I suppose. Okay, well, we're going to take a bunch of damage from you. If our dude had fuel earlier, it would have been nice, because then we could have killed the statue. Whatever, that's fine. Sadly, I don't get the collector either. Oh well. Yeah, I'll just do this now so you can start getting some damage shields on you. Unfortunately, because we killed the statue, now the allied construct can't eat any morsels. Doesn't matter. Again, this is why we're pivoting away from using the Alloy Construct at all anyways. Yeah, unfortunately he did run out of damage shields. I was hoping to keep propagating them, but yeah, whatever. So, like, at least Bulette and the Moral Mistress have been propagating their damage shields, and Bulette's been getting a good chunk of damage. I would really like to get rid of the Calcified Ember. You know what? Let's get rid of the Calcified Ember. It's maybe not the most important thing, but it does worry me having already 4 of them in the deck. But I did miss out on a fair number of rallies to make that choice. I will happily take Pandemic. Mulch is also okay. Pandemic is quite good, though. It does give me another Calcified Ember. Also, we are 100% taking Ember Cash. I don't actually need the Merchant of Steel. The extra gold is fine. I think we're going here, though. The healing is not unwelcome. Alcove might do something for me, and these are not bad. Okay. Bone Dog's Pendant it is. How many Calcified gotten so far this run? About 7 or 8. Yeah, it's at least been 6. It's been a lot. Plus, I also have the Entropic Blight as well. Okay, so I think I'm probably just taking Mycelium and Instinct here. Wing Steel is good too, but also does have the possibility to ruin me, especially in a world where we have Entropic Crystals. So, I'll take those. The man can't enjoy his Calcified Ember collection piece. What can he do? Oh, Tiny. Okay, so there's that. There we go. I do need to give you damage shields, but you're at least going to, for sure, have units to block for you on turn 1. Have to play that, unfortunately. And then I can't generate damage shields, unfortunately. Would love to, but I can't. I don't actually know how good Evolutionary Instinct is going to be for us. I kind of just took it without really evaluating it, but that's fine. It still has the potential to do some good work for us, but we'll see how much it actually pans out. Okay, so there's that for sure. Oh boy, our dude gets fuel for 1 turn. How exciting. Yeah, let's get rid of that while I've got the chance and then give you some damage shields. Like, 1 Ember still gets him 3 damage shields. Like, that's not bad. Especially because then he propagates it and goes up to 7 damage shields. Fuck me, God. Well, so be it. Honestly, it's not like the worst thing for me to have the Calcified Embers, because they do help fuel, like, the Twisting Mycelium. Still not what I want, though. Especially in a world where I'm trying to use Ember Cash. I would really like to take Draw in the future, but I have to take Ember. I mean, and the Ember is going to be good for me. It's a shame that I don't have Winged Steel, though. Alright, I mean, I'll take that at least. Anyways, overall our deck is going fine. We're not, like, to the point where we can handle, like, double heavies yet, but that's not a big deal. I mean, I think we're taking Unearthed Treasure here. Tome of Evergrowth, very good, though. Maybe I just want Tome of Evergrowth? I think I actually probably just want Tome of Evergrowth. It's just, Unearthed Treasure is so appealing. But we'll take this. And then we desperately need more Ember. Okay, I think we want to go here. And then, like, dupe next. Yeah, we'll see what we get, I guess. We're definitely taking the HP. So, I kind of have a dream that I know is not going to play out. Wherein we hit remove, consume, hold over Ember Cache. Which admittedly isn't actually that good for us because our deck is so thick that it takes a long time for us to cycle around to the second go anyways. It would be real cute though. Spell Chain Ember Cache. I mean, that is the more reasonable thing that I'm probably going to do. And then reroll looking for Intrinsic on Tome of Evergrowth. I do really want to do that, though. Either way, we are definitely -1ing the Pandemic. It also would have been nice on the Prismal Dust, but whatever. I think this is probably the correct choice. Yeah, that's fine. It's honestly not that good for me as long as my deck is as thick as it is. But, so be it. Well, we'll just make everything consume. And we'll just live with that life. Don't need to worry about the units, because we can play them all out with Herzal's Horde. We'll get rid of the excess Blinks, I guess. And there we go. Well, at least we took the extra Ember, so, you know, that's something. We are going to set up bottom floor because the Scourge cards will ruin us if we don't. And also, it is helpful versus Rax. So I think we're going to be okay versus Rax. But, no need to be wrong. Wrong ordering, doesn't matter, who cares. Well, have to play that out. Because not playing that is just not an option. And then she, so kindly, has Dualism and therefore applies double the amount. And so she gives 6 regen, 6 sap instead of the 3 and 3 that it normally would be, making Tome of Evergrowth even better. Yeah, anyways, there we go. Also, we then trigger the Propagate 2 from Evolutionary Instinct, because he already had the Reanimate on him, which gets us to the point where we can have 3 statuses. Tome of Evergrowth also just in general makes it much easier to trigger that, since it gives us regen as well. So it's way easier for us to get the bonus. Unfortunately, these guys are too tanky for Bullet to be killing them. which means we're not getting the propagate. I mean, we do now, but it is definitely less good. And this is why I was complaining about, like, savagery, because specifically I don't have enough power to take on the gladiators. I mean, I'm doing okay, but they are the harder thing for me to manage, that's for sure. Oops, wrong order. Because I do want to play the consume one first. Because that one applies decay from the edge. Which is better for us, so, you know. Because then we can propagate that as well. I'm going to do that even though I don't really get any benefit off of it. But chances that I draw back into it are impossible, and also I just really want more decay on those guys. Okay, whatever. Like, we'll be fine. As long as we're killing on bottom floor, we're in good shape. We haven't leaked anything yet, and while some of these guys are approaching danger status, it's not a big deal. Okay. Again, it's not the worst thing if we don't get rid of the calcified embers, but I would like to get rid of the calcified embers. Okay, none of this matters. We have the kill on bottom floor. That's what matters. Yes. Okay. Here we go. Yep. Don't care about Grow Room. Don't care about Cheery Deathcap. I'll take another Pandemic, even if it is not as exciting as I want it to be. The Cave-In is sort of okay. Mostly doesn't matter. In Cannibalize, I would like to master, but doesn't matter, so no. Okay, we're going to go here, and I think we're going to swap out the Cluster Kernel now. Way too late, Golden Idol. Teeth of Gold is bad. Twin Minds will take. Yeah. Probably take Ancient Roots and Bolas. Why not? And then we make Moral Mistress number 2. And then, I don't know, purge some things. I'm not really convinced that purging matters at this point. I mean, I can get rid of the Calcified Embers. I can also get rid of a Plink. Let's get rid of a Plink. Let's get rid of one of those. And here we go. Of note, we are up against Entropy, which is sort of bad for us, because it does mean we have to deal with the Silence dudes, which I am not happy about. But hey. That said, we are going to set up on mid-floor, so I've got a little bit of time to get set up. Okay, so we're going to play that first, because then it gets a permanent copy, and that's not bad for us. The rest of these were fine too, but that was definitely like the best for us. Okay, let's do that, I guess. Yeah, unfortunately, the silence dudes are not the ideal. So we're already getting the kill here. So let's do that. Also, I don't really want to buff everything. Yeah, I think we're just gonna leave those, weirdly. May as well play that there, I guess. And that's fine, we'll get rid of the Plink too. Okay. Right. Unfortunately, this looks better than it is, because the first card is getting minus cost. Yeah, I mean, that still works. It's just that I would really love to be able to propagate your damage shields. I mean, I can, I guess. It's fine. Yeah, this is fine. We'll do it. It's a little awkward, but I would love to play the Proliferate. I don't have Ember to play it. But that's fine. We get to propagate the damage shields, which should carry you through to this floor as well. Especially when I get to do this. Although you are a big fuck concern. You all are huge concerns. This is my nightmare. Do I really not have any consume cards this turn? God, it feels bad, man. Yeah, I don't think this is tenable. I think just not having any consume cards on that turn is just really, really bad for us. Yeah, it's like pretty catastrophically terrible. Because I'm going to take 64 damage from those guys alone. Yeah, that's not going to work. Alright, back to the drawing board. Alright, well, let's instead do this. Yeah, that is not great. I mean, mostly just I needed to have not buffed the enemies as much as I did if I was going to live this life. But Balette's not quite strong enough to take down as much as we need to take down. At least not if I'm getting him sapped. And I suppose I could just not get him sapped, so that is technically an option. It's just not an option I'm happy with. Stuff like jank is the most vintage jank. You're not wrong. Alright, I'm not happy about that, but we'll do that and see what happens. Because I can't really... Well, I sort of can handle the... I don't know, it's not great for me to have to deal with the silence. That's all I'm trying to say. I mean, it doesn't matter unless I can get them to 0 attack. They're attacking to the damage shield, so, like, either way, their attacks are meaningless. But yeah, once we start getting to the double heavies, that's my big problem. Okay, so I should draw at least one consume card next turn. The question is that enough? Yeah, definitely is fine. It's fine. Don't have an answer for him yet, though, but there is still time. And, like, you know, Seraph... Oh, fuck me. I mean, we're still okay, at least. But, God, this is what we've been trying to avoid our whole life. And Seraph is taking a lot of damage every turn. Does have a lot of decay. Homemade Pyre of Entropy hand. Yeah, it feels real bad. It's real fucking bad. Unfortunately, I didn't get rid of the silence, guys. And that's not good. It's manageable, but it's not good. Like, whatever, fine. I can survive. It's just not appealing. Okay, anyways, we're gonna take a bunch of damage, but, like, we're fine. I've got the HP for it. It's just that was the one thing I was really trying to avoid. The problem is I don't know if I can kill all of these guys next turn, but I had to kill these guys by playing a bunch of spells, and I really needed to get rid of the silence dude. Okay, I did at least get that, which does help quite a bit. That is basically what I needed to hit. Because now you're sapped a whole bunch, and the others are dying. That's everything I cared about. And then we should be totally fine. Oh, he even dies. I didn't even realize. Well, I knew he was getting close. I forgot to check. Yeah. Anyways, it's fine. We took a lot of damage from that one wave that leaked, but we're still okay. Like, we are going to take a fair chunk of damage on this fight. Doesn't matter. We'll be in okay shape. Okay, so Bullet, Buddy 1, Buddy 2. It's a shame we don't have like Void Armaments or anything to convert Bullet's attack damage into something meaningful. I mean, the trampo at least is helpful. It's just not enough. But we are going to mitigate Savagery's damage pretty hard. Because we're going to do this, and that, and that. And then you're going to do 0 damage. Let's also reduce your damage. Give you a bunch of damage shields as well. We don't have the ability to propagate them right now, but like that's fine. Although he actually does propagate since we get the corruption. Okay, so let's get rid of this. We are going to Pandemic you just so we don't take the pyro damage. Honestly, not really important to us, but I'm still going to do it anyways. Just for the sake of it, really. And I'm going to do this just so Bullet can start getting... damage shields propagated. Again, the amount that matters is inconsequential. It still just makes me happy, though. But we do avoid all of Savagery's damage because, like, thanks to Twisting Mycelium, we constantly have fungi blocking. So they absorb the corruption, they absorb the attack from Entropy, so we never have to start losing units on the floor, because he is sapped so much that he also can't cleave through anything. It's good. That's just how it is. So much of this decay is inconsequential. Oh well. And then we just sap all those bozos. I should have sapped Entropy so that we wouldn't be losing damage shields. But, whatever. I mean, it's fine. It's all good. Doesn't matter the order I do this in. Alright, let's give you even more sap. You can have more sap. I'm also giving you regen as well. I don't really mind, because the amount of decay you have is plenty. I should maybe be propagating Dominion sap. Sure, why not? Doesn't matter. This is never actually going to affect us. Alright, well, we have so many damage shields. And we're taking no damage. And there we go. Would you acquiesce to a request, Sal? Depends on what your request is, Tiny. I definitely should not have played in that order, but we have enough Ember that doesn't change anything. One of Ekka Stygian. Well, we already completed Ekka's crown, so no, we're not going to do that. We're only doing ones where we don't have the crowns complete yet. Otherwise, yes, I would do that, but we did that one already last night, so... I should have read the title, yeah. Fair enough. Well, Dominion's almost dead. Didn't quite get to kill him with the decay. But there we go. Ta-da! Yeah. And even if we had taken damage during that fight, like more than, you know, the 3 damage that we did take, we did still have Bone Dog's Pendant as well. So like, we had plenty of HP, especially since Ursul's Horde has a decent amount of HP. Not the highest, by far not the lowest. Yeah, anyways, there we go. Another beautiful crown. Truly one of the greats. Alright, 164 glorious crowns. Who are we playing next? I was sort of leaning towards Penumbra, but we did just play Umbra, and I would sort of like to do something different. Might do one of the Pyreborn champions. So we've done Banished, haven't done Pyreborn, have done Luna, have done Unger Legion, haven't done Lazarus, Hellhorned, Awoken, have done Stygian, haven't done Umbra or Remnant. I think we're either going to do Lazarus or Pyreborn or maybe Awoken next. Looks like Gilda Awoken. Yeah, if you want Gilda Awoken, we can do Gilda Awoken. Alright, Gilda Awoken, which we've spent a lot of time with Awoken recently. Yeah, restores are so bad. Even when I think to myself, like, oh, Gilda's a champion with a bit more bulk to her, could maybe benefit from the healing and the regen. It's such a bad card that it does not matter. Well, haven't seen Proto Heartcage in a while, so be it. Magma Cultist with the Flickers, not bad. Steel Enhancer's okay. Yeah, I'm pretty okay with Center Salve. Ancient Pyre Tap, also decent, but we'll take Center Salve. I think we're taking Bloat Matron here. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're doing that. The minus draw does hurt me deep inside my heart, but so be it. Alright, you go there, and here we are. So, you're gonna die, and so are they. Unfortunately, not quite to the point where Gilda kills you in the first hit, so our other dude also has to take the spike damage. But we tried. Okay, I'll play you there, I guess. Never have to worry about those. Also, I did play that in the wrong order because I should have done this first. So I could have gone a little bit more Pyre Gel on him before I did the other things. That's fine. Anyways, we're going to let the Whelp block so we take a little less damage. Just because that seems useful. Again, slightly wrong ordering. I think that's fine. And yes, he does gain rage from killing the Whelp. It still works out better for us. Because we still get to save more HP this way. Alright, we should be fine. We don't have a ton of Pyre Gel on him, but, like, we have enough, and here we are. These guys can already naturally do a decent amount of damage, and they're good enough. Cool. Don't hate that. I kind of want the alchemy. It is legit bad for me here, kind of, but I do sort of want it. Also, Endless Snotty Whelp, I don't hate. Sort of. I don't think we're going to do it. Partly because space is already at a premium, because I do want to put the Magma Cultist on Gilda's floor. If I weren't doing that, I would be a lot more willing to take the Snotty Whelp and maybe do Endless on it. It is a pretty decent tactic. But, do I want the alchemy is the big question. I will. I will take it. And I'm going to take the Restoration Detonation, even though I have a general disdain for it, but here we are. So, I do want Merchant of Steel. I very much want Merchant of Magic, because if we hit, like, I mean, -1 is useful, Holdover is great, Spell Chain is helpful, like, it just can do a lot of things for us. Okay, beautiful. God, do I want to remove Consume Alchemy? I think I probably don't, or at least shouldn't. I'm gonna take the Shattered Shell that's of dubious value for us. Have a nice night, by the way, Fury. I think I should just minus cost the Root Seeds. But I do kind of want to remove Consume the Alchemy. Fine. I really shouldn't. And if I did, I should have at least done it with a -1 on it, but... Oh, great. Of course. Well, admittedly, I should just skip this trial, but... Oh no, who am I to skip trials? Ugh, it's so depressing already. It fills my heart with great unknowable despair. Anyway, this is probably why I took the Shattered Shell instead of the Animus of Speed, so that I could kill collectors for us. So that's something. Oh, wrong ordering, kind of. But, fair enough. Well... Well... Oh well. I'm gonna take a bit of pyro damage. Whatever. That's fine. Mostly I'm just sad that I couldn't hit the alchemy. Yeah, that's fine. I've only done about half his health, which is sort of concerning, because that represents most of my attack power already, but fine. At least the flickers do a decent amount of damage. I don't have that much more to go. Okay. There we go. Again, sad that I didn't get to do the alchemy at all. Had I put the -1 on it, I could have, but I didn't. I will take another flicker, I guess. And I'll take the sting. Although I kind of want a second restoration detonation. Dualism I'm plenty happy with. Wilting Sapwood. I don't super care. It's technically doable for me right now. I don't know. I guess I'll use it for the time being. And I think we're gonna give you HP. Giving Quick to the Shattered Shell also sort of kind of an option, but not really what we're aiming for. Cute. And the Shackles does cost 0. Obviously, it does still go into my deck, so it does, like, eat up draws later. But I think it's worth taking something here. Probably the Titan Skin. Maybe for you. I think probably for you. It also, like, if I do want to use the Wilting Sapwood long term, the Titan Skin's not bad, but I think I'm pretty okay with doing this. It just makes me a little more resistant to problems later on. Also helps with knockback Archeon here. Okay, so that goes away, that goes there. You can have Buddy for now, and then we just start building up some Pyre Gel on the boss, I guess. Alright, so first off, Root Seeds comes out. Then we explode Whelp number 1. Then we explode Whelp number 2, and you'll die on this floor. Gilda does take some damage, but we do have the Restoration Detonation. Unfortunately, you're kind of a loser. I don't really want to sap my dude, so I think we just leave you be and play these on a different floor. Do a little bit of damage to him. Okay. Alright, you're still gonna get knocked back, which is not ideal, but whatever, it is what it is. Okay. Hopefully I get to play out the alchemy one more time. Because the difference between Horde 2 and Horde 4 is pretty important. I guess that goes there. All the good it's gonna do me. I didn't really want to do it that way. Yeah, the problem is I'm not doing like any damage on Archeon, and I have no defensive scaling, which is concerning. And I would like to play the alchemy, but maybe I need to not play the alchemy here. Like, I can do that, and that, and that. Oh, I could also play these, which I should have played first. See, that's slightly different. I think I need to not play the alchemy, as much as that saddens me. Here's hoping for Greed Dragon offer. That's not really what I'm looking for, though. Okay. Yeah. We do have a decent amount of Pyre Gel on you, so you do take a good chunk. Okay, we're good. And I do get to play the Alchemy another time. I was really hoping for that. It's a shame I didn't get to go to 6 Horde. 4 Horde at least is good enough. God, do I want Devilish Details? I kind of do. I know it's wrong, though. Death Roar is just a much better, safer plan for me. Still expensive. Also, kind of want the Spreading Spores. I know it's wrong, though. I'm going to take the Death Roar, even though it also has a bunch of problems. There is Greed Dragon. Which might be worth taking just as a backup. Okay, fine. I'll take the Greed Dragon as backup. I really don't want to, so be it. Here we are. We are going to take Ember because we want it, although we also really badly want Draw. Yeah. Sharpened Teeth is fine. Flaming Talons is very much what we want. We want Pyre Bellows, but we want this as well. We're going here. Holdover is pretty appealing. Though I haven't decided why yet. So, there's a couple targets that we're definitely taking this. Option 1 is we take it for another Flicker. Not bad. Option number 2, we take it for the Steel Enhancer so we can start building up some HP. Okay. Not amazing. Little better in a world where we have the Titan Skin on the Magma Cultist. The other options we do like the Death Roar, which is expensive, but is very strong. And I do like that. I just don't know that I can really justify it. If I -1 it, it's a little more doable. The other problem is I would like to also reroll and get like Spell Chain. I don't think that's our biggest concern though. We are definitely doing Bloat Matron 2, which has more HP, which I appreciate. I should also probably take Magic Power at some point. God, Death Roar is just a lot for us to play, though. I think we're just better served by a second Flicker. Yeah, we'll just do that. And then I can't re-roll and still afford the -2 consume, which if I could would go on the Alchemy. So we're not going to. We are going to make Cultist number 2. I would like to leave capacity open to utilize the Whelps alongside Gilda, and unfortunately I can't if I'm doing this, but whatever, fine. It is reasonably important to me that I have the 2 Cultists, so. Yeah, so we do run into a number of problems here. Namely that I'm not benefiting from the Flaming Talons this way, but I mean, among other things, but I really would like to avoid getting corruption on all of my things. Unfortunately, we still do get corruption on Gilda, which I was really hoping to avoid. But here we are. I was hoping we'd get like a whelp on this turn to avoid that, but hey. Well, and you die, but at least I have mitigated some problems. Not all of my problems, unfortunately. And again, sadly, no whelp here to mitigate things. God, and yeah, I can't kill you. And it's like I could kill if I put the Magma Cultist on this floor. But I think we just need to forego that and cry. We are up against Ajax, by the way, I think, which is actually really bad for us. It is far and away our worst matchup. Really would like to draw the Alchemy. Yeah. Okay, you're still dying, but whatever. I guess I didn't need to blow you up yet. I could have just let you attack like normal. God, I still haven't drawn the Alchemy. Well, that's concerning, but it is what it is. Yeah, Ajax is a huge problem for me, especially because I didn't really generate a lot of Hydro on that turn. Needed the Alchemy a long time ago. Because I wanted it explicitly for the sake of getting the Greed Dragon built up. Let's not do that. See what we can do. Maybe I'm happier with something like this. Problem is I have like no actual damage increases, which again is a big fucking problem for Ajax specifically. Might just want to play the Greed Dragon right here. Like that might be enough. Because he'd be a 40, 55. I just don't know that I can get through my deck enough to draw him again later. And also get the Alchemy. Yeah, we'll just play you. That's fine. Sad I can't play out the other Shield Steward, whatever. And then I can't play Gilda out yet. Oh well. Not incredibly helpful. Well, here we are. So let's get rid of these guys, even though it takes an extraordinary amount of work to do so. I guess let's do that. And greedily play this here instead of playing this elsewhere. Also, I meant to explode the whelp, because I would have killed the backliner there at least. Okay, so I get Gilda, which is something I wanted, though it doesn't, like, tons matter. Yeah, let's actually do this in reverse, because at least, like, when they die, they'll give Higher Gel to him on the harvest, and that's something. Because, like, all of my units here get sapped to oblivion real quick. Doesn't matter how much HP I have, they all become worthless pretty fast. Unfortunately. Yeah, this is the problem, is that Ajax sucks. Don't really love Ajax's design for this exact reason. I mean, like, it's fine. It's fine for him to exist, but it is a little frustrating. Yeah. Again, there's maybe a way out of this where we delay playing the Greed Dragon with the Alchemy a second time, and then we play the Greed Dragon. It's possible. I'm gonna try it one more time. I'm not that upset if this run dies, but I still like to see if I can salvage it. I can also potentially, like, set these up on bottom floor and just forego, like, all of these guys. It's not that big a deal if they escape me. Yeah, I guess I'll get rid of him. So I don't have to draw the whelp later. Also, Death Roar would be really nice to draw when Ajax is around. Okay, so let's kill those. It's maybe wrong to fill up all those spots. Oh well, we'll see what happens. Okay. Although I do need you to die at some point if I'm going to play with the Greed Dragon there later. Oh, I guess wrong ordering, but whatever, fine. Could also just not play out both of the flickers every turn, so I do get through my deck faster. But who knows? Who knows? Does take a while to kill my dudes, just doesn't matter. Yeah, and then unfortunately can't play out the restoration or the greed dragon like this. Which is why I need to be playing it earlier. I've gone through like half his health. That just isn't enough. Unfortunately, that doesn't keep him alive. Alright, whatever. I mean, I do survive. It's just very bad. But I'm fine with surviving. I got enough damage on him and enough higher gel that we're able to make it through. And that's what matters. Okay. As for what we're taking here, I do like Sacrificial Chamber. I don't think we're taking it, though. Fanning the Flame always sounds better than it is, but I still kind of want to take it here. I don't think it's going to be that good for me, though. But maybe. In a world where we've already got 2 holdover flickers, it's hard to get real value out of Fanning the Flame. Because a lot of things are going to die before we actually get to play the Fanning the Flame. Payoff is good, especially in a world where I'm this low in health. Also, this gets me a Calcified Ember. Whatever. I'm going to take it anyways. It is probably wrong. I will take the Preserved Thorns. And I'm going to loot this. And we'll definitely take Hellfire Bells. Medallion of Superiority, also useful, but we're doing this. Okay. I do want the dupe. I think more than that, though, we want to remove some whelps, and we want to go here. If I can get, like, remove consume holdover for Preserved Thorns, that's very good for me. Among other potential things. So, I will go here. Well, there's a holdover, but... Cursed Dragon Staff is fabulous for us. Spell Sanctum also is pretty decent, but we'll take Cursed Dragon Staff. And let's get rid of you. And you. I could do a holdover Fanning the Flame. Could do Restoration Detonation. Could do Death Roar. I think we just want to do Death Roar. Okay. So -2 goes on that because it's way more playable now. Holy Stone I kind of want, but whatever. And then the -1 intrinsic is probably going on Preserved Thorns. Yeah. Because it gets me started, helps me draw into things that we need, yada yada yada. Here we are. Especially it helps me draw into the Cursed Dragon Staff now. I'm going to set up bottom floor. Maybe. It does mean that I'm not really getting good use out of the Wilting Sapwood, but still. I think it's pretty helpful regardless. Well, I can play all of these, so I may as well play that first just to build a Pyro Gel. I was really hoping it would hit the backliner, but it didn't. Fine. Let me get rid of that. Give you some HP. Sadly, didn't hit any of her kill spells. But so be it. Alright, so we do that. And do that, and that still doesn't kill, but we can put you there, I guess. Okay, slightly wrong order. Okay, all of that is fine. We want to do that first. And I guess we'll do that, and then we still do a fair chunk of damage there. And I still haven't gotten the Cursed Dragon Staff. Oh, well. I mean, I am drawing a lot of the same cards each turn. I do recognize that, but also I am taking some pyro damage, which is concerning. Mostly I'm worried about actually killing the boss, which I don't know if I can do. Well, I need to do this, basically, because I have almost no HP. And then that still gets the kill, which is good. Okay, I don't hate getting the Restoration Detonation here, though I think we're just way too low for it to matter. Well. Okay, I am at least in good shape, kind of, because I can do all of these. It's not enough, though. Okay, but there we go. I'm in real bad shape overall. Also, sadly, I didn't get the alchemy a second time there. I mean, I kind of want the Dragon's Breath, but it's another expensive spell. I'll still take it, even though that is questionable. The Restoring Retreat is a maybe. The Focused Growth, I think, is what we want, though. And then we'll save that. I think I need to heal. Going here would be nice. I need to heal, though. I need a lot of things. Magma Core is not bad. Lightstone Casing is potentially good. Crown of the Eternal, I think, is what we want, though. I do kind of want Lightstone Casing, though it doesn't do anything for me yet. It wouldn't do anything for me until here. And I don't know that I can handle that. What would I even want to dupe here? Cursed Dragon Staff or Death Roar are both sort of options. Could maybe do another Magma Cultist, but then I don't have the capacity to play them. Could do the flicker. I guess I'm just gonna do the Cursed Dragon Staff. It's a bit awkward for me, but it's mostly pretty decent. And I think we just need to remove cards. I think too much of my deck is just drawing garbage that I can't utilize. And here we are. Here we are. I think we'll be sort of okay versus Kale. And getting the Crown of the Eternal does definitely help. It makes me a little less fearful for my life. But, you know, it is what it is. I guess we'll play that, just hold on to it. Okay. I would kind of like to do the Dragon's Breath, but I kind of need to do other things. Well, fine. Unfortunately, I do struggle to kill this guy, but he does have a decent amount of Pyre Gel on him, which makes life a little easier here on out. Well, I think we want to do the Alchemy because of sheer unmitigated greed, and then I still have enough to kill the other things, so here we are. Turns out life is a lot better in a world where we have multiple Dragon Stabs and things. Still not a perfect world by any means, though. Fuck. That's not gonna work. Do I actually have any other damage spells this turn? I've got the Flicker, but... Yeah, the problem is that you heal, and I don't do enough damage. Because you go to 39, and I do, like, a piddling little bit of damage. If I could play the Greed Dragon there, we could get the kill. I should be able to survive, maybe. It's very bad, mind you. And this whole floor needs some support, too. 2 damage off for Titan Skin. Yep. It is not great. So you're going to go to 55, and then I believe you can still proc Lifesteal on the Pyre. And so you'd go to 85, and then you'd have Titan Skin 15. Titan Skin 15. Which puts you at effectively 100 HP. Okay, so I do need to do a little bit of damage to you. And then just cry. As I'm still not doing enough here. But I guess we'll play you out there and do something. I think I survive... Yeah. At 2, which is not good, but it's not dead either, so that's some small mercy. God, this is why I need to get rid of, like, the whelps. Because anytime I am drawing them instead of things I care about is real fucking bad. It doesn't matter if Gilda takes damage. She heals to full at the beginning of every turn anyways. Okay. You're dead. Get extra draw off of that. And things happen, and let's do a little bit of damage there. Okay, fuck me. Here we are. Okay, we do a lot of damage to Kale at least, but oh my god, am I in miserable shape. Ta-da! Ta-da! Okay. I will happily take Hell Furnace. I think we want the draw. All of these are kind of appealing in their own way, but I think we need the draw at the moment. In the ideal world, we would have gotten, like, you know, remove, consume, holdover, preserve thorns, which would help us just get a bunch of extra draw off of the stings. That didn't happen. We can still maybe do holdover, focus, growth for that, but that's still of middling value for us. We're going to take this nonetheless. The extra Ember would still be nice. I have a lot of expensive things, and I need to play them all. Conduit. Sure, I guess. Yeah, I'll take Thornfruit. It'll make my... Is the space for another 2 cultists? That's what it would be, yeah. We're going here, though. Because I do need the heal, and I do have desires. I don't need another Cursed Dragon Staff. What I do need is I need this to be deployable. Would love to do the Cursed Dragon Staff there. I think it's more doable to do this, though. And then the heal, and then the removals, and I think those removals are going to be these. Or maybe I finally get rid of the Greed Dragon, or the Shattered Shell. Or the Sapwood. The issue is I can't play the Sapwood at the same time as I'm playing the Cultists and other things, though. Whereas the whelps are a lower investment cost. Alright, I'm still gonna get rid of a whelp here, though. And we're gonna get rid of one more whelp. And that's what we got. Okay, well, here we are. Okay, so that's gone. There's that, and then you'll just chill up there. Probably should have put you on mid-floor. Either way, not important. So, you get that, and then we should be in pretty good shape now. Excellent. Okay, so... Yeah, I need to do the Death Roar. I mean, this is why we have the Death Roars, to kill the harder to kill targets. Alright, and now with number 2, we should be in better shape. I could power up the Fanning of the Flame for the first time, but I think we want to do the Death Roar because it's more helpful to... Oh, did that thing escape? Fuck me. Because you're too weak. Well, whatever. Had I realized, would have stopped that. Because I could have stopped it. It just didn't occur to me. Oh, well... you know, this looks really silly, but we're gonna do that just because I neglected to play that while I had targets to play it on. Sad plant noises. I mean, yeah, well, here we are. Yeah, do that. Well, we can. Yeah, anyways, this is what we've been building towards. Definitely did not do it the most efficient way possible. We did really struggle getting here. But, hey... Oh, and we still didn't play the Fanning of the Flame. This is why I was hesitant to take the Fanning of the Flame. Alright. And then Nathane dies. Shame we didn't get the Horde higher, but it is what it is. 4 is still decent for us. We don't need the Mind Cage. Don't need the others. I mean, Ensnare is pretty decent for us, though it's a bit late to be getting it. I'm just going to skip on that, especially since it comes with a Calcified Ember. Yeah. We'll take the Medallion right here. Sharpened Teeth is fine. Sharpened Teeth would have been much more helpful before Ajax. +9/+9 Cultist. Yes, that is probably why we took it. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. So, it really just comes down to, do we want to dupe something, or do we want to Merchant Magic? I'm going to tell you right now, I probably want to Merchant Magic. Also, the removals are potentially quite nice. Thorn Casing technically is a thing, but largely doesn't matter. And the Jack Strips, while I normally like it, basically is inconsequential for me. Because I'm already killing things with the Dragon Staff. And it is useful for me to have them on the same floor as Gilda, so that Gilda can do the harvest. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. No, you know what? I will take the Jack Strips. Especially if I'm setting up bottom floor, then it does still proc on the Pyrogel. Or the Pyrogel procs on it every time they take damage. Shadow Sheath is kind of cute, but not really important. Probably taking the Ember Staff, but we'll see what's here. Intrinsic and Double Stack. I think we're doing this mostly just so I can get its cost down. I don't really need to do this, but we're going to do that anyways. So I could do -2 and remove consume on the focus growth. I could also do remove consume here, which I guess I'm going to do. It doesn't matter a ton. We're not actually going to draw into it that often. I'll take that, and then since we didn't hit like Artificial Pyre Stone, we're going to get rid of you, and we're going to get rid of you. Just so that I don't struggle to play things out as heavily. Okay. And then you can go die there, who cares? So, I don't care that I'm going to be buffing the enemies. Oh, I don't actually have Cursed Dragon Staff. Maybe I care a little bit more. It's fine. We killed the backliner, and so it doesn't matter. 198 Pyrogel. So now is when it matters. Yeah. So, we can kill those guys because we have enough magic power on them now to kill. Since we get the conduit from that and other things, yada yada yada, here we are. We don't get to use the Death Roar, sadly, but oh well. We accomplished our main goal. The alchemy is largely inconsequential now. We still get to proc it after this fight, so it does still, like, do stuff for us. Also, I suppose I should have played that on this floor to do a little bit of damage to him. Should have played the Dragon's Breath sooner, so we would have gotten more Pyrogel on the boss earlier. Doesn't really matter. Yeah. Anyway, there's slight ordering changes I should have done there. It doesn't really matter. Alright. Not quite a kill there, but it ensures that we get to kill this turn. Doesn't matter that those guys are alive. They also died to the jack strips anyways, for the most part. And then we just explode you. Could have done way more than we did. Honestly, kind of wish that I had, but there was a limit to how much we could actually play on that floor anyways. None of these matter. We don't have abilities. I mean, we technically have one ability with the one remaining whelp. Doesn't matter. Yeah, anyways, there was a limit to what I could actually play on that floor before we killed Seraph anyways, just because the Dragon Staffs would hurt him no matter what we played. Alright. It has been a long, arduous road, but we have made it to the Titans. I don't have the best defense for the Titans, though, since I've largely just been relying on Crown of the Eternal. So we'll see what happens. I'm not worried about killing these guys. That is not my concern. My concern is lasting long enough to kill Dominion. Yeah, I guess we'll still play these here on this floor. Just while they're both together, it's pretty decent for me. I don't actually have to last that long. We are going to give a Steel Enhancer to you. Because reasons. Okay. It's a shame I passed on Magma Core, because Magma Core is nice in this fight, since it procs every time Dominion hits the Pyre, or Savagery hits the Pyre, you know, that sort of thing. Which would be nice. Okay, so you're dead, Entropy's effectively dead. And then we just get a little bit of extra damage in on Dominion. Savagery should go down on this coming turn because, boy, do we rip through bosses real quick. Unfortunately, I'm not proccing the Ember Staff. But hey, here we are. Okay, so there's that. And then we're just working on Dominion, which we should be able to get through real quick. I guess I do still need to deal with this floor, because you will heal the enemies if I leave you unattended. Have a Root Seeds, who cares? Okay. Yeah, and there we go. Just for good measure, we'll play you out, just because I can. Sadly, I can't kill him before he attacks, so we'll let him attack. And there we go. Who needs good defense when you can just blow everything up? It's a shame we didn't get to use the Death Rower in that fight, because I had to pass on it on like turn 1 so I could play the Dragon Staff or whatever. But that would have been nice. Would have helped kill the minion faster, among other things. But there we go. We got there. It was a bit of a struggle. Unsurprisingly, Ajax was the real big tipping point of the run. Because he tends to be a problem for Pyreborn, or at least that sort of Pyreborn. Yeah, anyways, we got there though. I'm glad it came together. I very much enjoy the Magma Cultist sort of playstyle. But it does have some problems. And especially in like Pyreborn Awoken, it's definitely like one of my least favorite combos. Because your defensive options are so bad, like, and Awoken doesn't even have particularly good scaling right now either. Like, it's just a lot of misery. But we got there. It's fine. Everything came together in the end. We live a world of wonderment and joy. That said, I guess I'll do one more. One more run. I should maybe stop here, but I'll do one more. So, what's next on the docket? So we've already done Banish, Pyreborn, Luna, and Underlegion, and Stygian. Maybe we do Penumbra next? Or we do Prince? Let's do Prince Lazarus. Lazarus. And we probably want Secret Ingredient. This is a clan combo where Erratic Assistant is not too bad. But I think just the versatility of Mix is too good to pass up. Cat, you are shedding all over the place. God, why is it Pyre of Entropy? I hate it so much. Yeah, Catalyzing Agent is not that impressive. I will take Jack Strips, for sure. Yeah, we're almost certainly taking Brawler, because Reaper's bad and Brawler's not. Yeah. We are still gonna take a chunk of a beating from the Mark of Invasion. And by that I mean, the Shield Steward's gonna take a bunch of damage before they all die. But we'll be mostly okay. Yeah, it occurred to me that I should have played him on mid-floor. Yeah, you know what? Let's actually fix this. I was originally trying to play him bottom floor so we could avoid the damage from the Mark of Invasion, but it then occurred to me that I do have the Hidden Passage, so I do actually want him to be on mid-floor so I can move him up to top floor. And then we're just going to reduce how much damage we're taking here. I do have the mixes, so I can potentially get like Lifesteal or Damage Shield or whatever. But in the meantime, it is appealing to do this. We will let you die. I don't have great use for the Lifesteal, kind of. I guess I can give it to the Shield Steward. I was going to say I just kind of want the attack for Prince. Okay, yeah. We want Rage. Okay. We'll let you get that first, and we'll give the other one to Prince in a moment. And then we'll just start building up Rage. This is not a helpful turn. Whatever, we'll play that out. They're all dead weights, essentially. It's just which dead weight do I want to play out? Yeah, this one can potentially get moved up to top floor, making it the superior dead weight. Anyways, boss is 100% fun. Like his bodyguard died already. Our dude has a little bit of lifesteal. Oh, and Prince has 69 times 2 attack. So, you know, it's pretty nice. And there we go. And then Pyre of Entropy brings me great and terrible grief. Okay. So, Fledgling Imp is good in general. Might still want to take it here. The important work doesn't do anything for me without imps to use it with. And Hornbreak is fine. We are up against Savagery, which is not what I wanted to see. So, Fledgling Imp is good, although it's not really usable with the hidden passages. Because I need capacity on the floor open to play the imp. Which is fine. I could just structure in such a way where I take capacity or use Smidgestone or whatever, and then just actually play the imp on the floor. Not bad. Especially with Brawler Prince, where I mostly just need some way to scale. But I already have some ways to scale via secret ingredient and things. I think I probably don't want to take the Fledgling Imp. I'm gonna skip. Not exactly sure what we're doing, but we'll skip. I will probably take Twisted Assistant here. I mean, I could just, like, look for test subject alpha. That's not bad. I could also, like, try to... Stupid cat hairs everywhere. What am I trying to say? Could minus cost the secret ingredients or even spell chain them. Going here, what would I want? Basically like Steelworker. Yeah. It would basically be Steelworker. It's just not a lot of value for me. The problem is most of the Lazarus banners are not that appealing either. Alright, I mean, we'll go here. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this exactly, but we'll find out. Reforming Ooze. We don't have Reanimate, but I'm gonna take him finally. He is a cool unit. I also just really like his visuals. I mean, honestly, maybe just want to do Holdover Secret Ingredient. Yeah, I will. As dumb as that looks, in a world with Pyre of Entropy in particular, just having a guaranteed card I can use repeatedly is appreciated. Unfortunately, it's my only source of Reanimate at the moment, but we'll see what we can do. Oh, I guess he does come with Reanimate baked in. I do always forget about that. Okay, well, we'll do this. So I'm tempted to Hidden Passage him so that the Ooze starts taking the hits, but I don't really want to do that until I've actually built up some Reanimate. Whatever, we'll do that. I could have also played out the Chime so that it's not kicking around the deck. I don't know. Yeah, the problem is, like, I need to actually be reanimating to utilize the Ooze. Okay, so give me more Reanimate, please. You really didn't do that. Okay. I mean, I'm probably taking Pyre damage at this point, but we'll see what we can do. We at least get some procs on our Ooze. Not a ton. So, like, we knew that going in, that I didn't have a whole lot working for me. Okay, I don't need that much more damage than I already had, so that's where we're just building up some rage so that he hits a little harder. Ta-da! Okay. No. No. I just really wanted Reanimate. I just wanted, like, Forevermore Serum. Okay, well, here we are. So I could go here looking for like holdover spell chain for secret ingredient. I could go here looking for organ harvester, basically, for reforming ooze. I don't know, let's try it. Zone of Silence also not terrible for me. God, I don't want to ruin my reforming ooze. Okay, fine. Grand Warrior gets it. Shield of Wing. I mean, fine. I legitimately... That would have been okay on the reforming ooze. Do I want Zone of Silence? Kind of. But... Spell Sanctum is okay. Bloodthirsty Blade does work for, like, Prince. Combustion Suit is a thing. I don't know. None of these is wildly exciting for me. Alright, let's, I don't know, remove some things so I can hit my secret ingredients more. I don't know. My deck is a mess. I just want to feed the reforming ooze, but that is not easy for me to do. And unfortunately, it does mean that I am warring with, like, helping out Prince. Since Prince essentially doesn't do anything. Unless I'm feeding him, like, a bunch of rage off of the secret ingredients. Or giving him the Twisted Assistant, I guess. Well, you can have that, I guess, and then, yeah, I just want green. Unfortunately, it is multi-strike Archaon, which is a lot worse for reforming ooze and trying to tank with reanimate. But, see what we can do. Also, he's dying sort of quickly. And by sort of quickly, I mean rather quickly. Let's not mince words here. Okay, let's at least take the spikes, I guess. I don't know. Here we are. Oh yeah, I did forget that it is grafted. Well... I could give you the Shield of Wing, which doesn't, like, make you survive, but it sort of helps. I'll do that since we at least get the kill that way, but I'm not in good shape. We'll be very clear about this. And unfortunately, like, Prince gets lifesteal, but he's too weak. He's too little HP for that to matter. Yeah, that's not great. Okay, but that is enough that you survive. He dies to the to the jack strips now is the only reason I did that. But yeah. Our poor Reforming Ooze is on the verge of despair. Turns out, not really tenable. I guess we'll give you lifesteal. It's sort of doable for us. I don't know. We're having problems. The big issue, of course, being that, I mean, a multitude of issues, but you will just murder my dude. Could give him the Shield of Wing. Don't really want to do that. You could sort of survive like this, or I can ascend you. Oh god, you only have 30 attack, though. So, like, I could ascend him and I'd survive. It would be very bad. But, like, that sucks. I mean, I think I need to redo this fight regardless. Also, I was really hoping for more secret ingredients right now. Yeah, that's not anywhere near enough. Him having multi-strike does really fuck with me. I mean, I might just die in this fight regardless, because it was fairly greedy in my setup, but we'll see what we can do. I think also, if anything... Actually, let's do... this. Alternatively, I could just buff Prince all fight long and go to town that way, which is admittedly probably the better plan. Because, like, the multi-strike on Prince is good. I could also get, like, damage shields. Unfortunately, he does still kind of rip through damage shields reasonably quickly. But might be the way to go. Also, being on top floor does mean that the flagellants are pretty painful once they eventually reach me, which I don't love. Well, we'll see what we can do. How you doing, Gold Poke? Oof. Yeah, I don't really want to lose both my dudes here. You're gonna die to the jack strips. How's train been treating you today? It's going okay. We've had some struggles, but, you know, largely succeeded. Currently put ourselves in a bad position. Unsurprisingly, as that's the sort of person we are. Not helpful. On par for the course, good to hear. Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, the flagellants are just really bad for us, unsurprisingly. Well. Okay. Definitely don't have nearly enough reanimate for this to be helpful. Pretty sure we need to just pivot and... yeah, let's do that, I guess. I think we just need to pivot and just, you know, buff Prince. Oh, that does just kill me. Well, turns out I don't math, and by that I mean I didn't really look at what was going to happen there. Well, my bad. I did it to myself. I just for some reason assumed that we'd have enough damage to kill him. Anyways, that's the last run for the night because I'm not starting another one right now, so my bad. Got myself killed. So be it. These things happen. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go sleep and eat and stuff, so that's my plan. Tomorrow we'll probably be playing Silksong. I will probably even start early. I don't know how early. Maybe 6 p.m. Who knows? Not entirely sure. But I'm looking forward to playing it. May as well play it on stream probably. Who knows? Regardless, thanks for hanging out. I will be back tomorrow. See you guys then. Have a wonderful night. I'll see you later.